Welcome to Barrio Voices, where we highlight the voices of our barrios, familias, and communities. This is Velas, and I hope you're having a good one. Sit back and enjoy la plática. Órale. Now, welcome back to another great episode of Barrio Voices. It's my pleasure to be hosting you once again. My name is Velas, for those that don't know me, right? And today we'll be hosting one amazing car club, right? Some powerful women right here in the local community of San Jose, right? That are talking about the lowriding scene, right? How they taking on these roles within the Dueñas Car Club, right? And making sure that we continue to empower other mujeres to take on leadership roles like this, right? You know, it's important to really remember that a lot of the car clubs out there are actually functioning as nonprofits, you know, giving back to the community and doing charitable causes, you know, at local events where they actually give back to the community, you know, one way or the other, right? Again, you hear about that a little bit more within this episode. Again, is to bring the account narrative of how, you know, oftentimes lowriders are, you know, criminalized and down upon, right? But again, we're doing a lot of great things within the community that has gone unrecognized, you know, for most times, right? And something else that is going on in recent events too is out there in Austin, Texas, right? Yes, they are our neighboring state has gone through a lot of difficulties too, right, in Austin, Texas, because they had their recent event going on where out there in Chicano Park, right, they have been you know, they came with the lowriders and everything, and then nearby luxurious apartment complex that has barely been built within a predominantly Latino community has again, you know, it's try to call the police on us, and they're making sure that, you know, they stop the lowriders and everything, but they couldn't, you know, it couldn't be stopped. You know, again, this is something that's been going on for years after years after years, and so again, this is just a reminder that, you know, to not let you know, again, this part of our community, part of our culture to be criminalized. Don't let this be stigmatized or even stopped. You know, this is part of our community or part of our culture that we've been holding on very you know, with a firm grasp, because we ain't trying to let it go at all, you know. And it's been endangered a couple times, and we're just trying to keep it alive. And not only that, not only keep it alive, but making sure that again we hold up to our leadership roles as lowriders, right? And continue to encourage others to be proud Chicanos, or proud states individuals to be partaking in the lowrider scene, you know. And so I'm gonna go ahead and shut up, allow DJ Velas to hit the rola, and allow the Dueñas Car Club to align y'all, you know. Órale.
So I'll start first. My name is Angel. I'm the president of Dueñas. Um, you know, we started by, you know, me having a vision about all women car club. I've been in other car clubs previously. That, you know, I was the first woman or only woman in the club. And then after I left the last club last year and a half ago, I kind of, you know, gathered my friends and talked about, hey, you know, how would you feel if we started an all female car club? You know, and I don't know if you know this, but you know, we've all been in lowriding for a long time. We've all been friends for like 20 years. We all share the same passion for cars and everything, and you know, had our cars for a long time. I've had my car for 17 years. You know, so I think it was just kind of seemed like the right thing to do. You know, I love low riding, and why not low ride with my friends, you know, who have the same passion and love for cars like I do, and us all being all women, it just, you know, it felt right, you know, and I'm glad we did it because, you know, Sarah, my sister, Mari, like we're the founders, you know, of the club, and we really, you know, have put in a lot of work into it, and we've been blessed to have so many great supporters and people who really, you know, think that women in low riding is a good thing, and you know, and see a lot of other women out there that are doing it now, and it feels good. It feels good to you. People are always messaging us, and you know, are trying to talk to us and tell us, you know, how great it is and stuff, and it feels good to really be accepted, because there was a you know, a point in time where women in low riding was very few and far in between. So we've come a long way.
I could just, I mean, somewhat piggyback on what Angel said. You know, I'm Sarah, and I'm the secretary of the club. And it was just when Angel brought it, you know, brought it to us, and it was not even with the doubt. We were just like automatic, like, let's do it, you know, because we all ride together anyways. We always have. So it wasn't like now it's just actually having a name and a plaque behind us. But it feels good. It feels good to be out there, especially with those that, you know, we kind of grew up together and we've all been together. So it feels good to do what we love with the people that we love.
Well, my name's Alexa. I'm the daughter of Sarah. And so, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I agree with everything both Angel and my mom have said. They've all watched me grow up since I was younger. So it's literally just like a family affair. Everything's just, it's nothing but love, support, and like endless, just everything with them. It's, you'll never get enough of what you need from them because it's just always continuously offering what they can, offering their help, their advice, and everyone just shares all their ideas amongst each other with their different perspectives. So it's real cool to see everyone's own perspective on things, their own ideas, and everything else.
All right, that's cool. And let's take it back a little bit before even Dueñas came to be like, just thinking about your first lowrider, what made you like really want to buy your first lowrider and take on that first cruise? What made you like really, as a mujer, take on that kind of role real quick?
Um, this is Angel. Mine is, my mom had a lowrider. She got her car when she was 15. She had a 77 Monte Carlo. She used to take me cruising in her car. She had me when she was 15. Since I was little, she always loved cars, and I kind of just grew up that way. And then my sister had a car when she was 15. She had her first car. Kind of like didn't have it really out on the road. It was a fixer upper, kind of sat in the backyard most of the time, but it was just always like, a dream, something that we always want to be like, I want one when I grow up. That's why I want to be. And then, I kind of got into the car scene with my cousin. He had a mini truck. I stole my mom's car one time to go cruising on El Camino. I'm not gonna say how many years ago because then that's gonna show my age. But I always loved the scene. I always loved cruising, the culture. Our family was really big in culture, and then my friends, Sarah, Cheche, my sister, all of us in the club and stuff, like, we all loved cars, so I got my first car 17 years ago, and it's still the same car I have now, my 65 Impala. It's going on its second rebuild. So I don't know, I just, I've thought about getting other cars. My sister's gone through like five, I think she's on her fifth car already now, but I don't know. And it's like Sarah said, like getting to do that with your friends, we've known each other for, like I said, for like 20 years and stuff, getting to, to share that with people that, understand you, know you, and have the same passion and everything for you. It's just, it's beautiful. It's awesome. I love it.
And I mean, as far as this is Sarah, as far as like I go, it's the same thing. I've had family members that have always had lowriders. My cousins had a mini truck, has had Impalas, they have bombs. And then my sister, she got a Regal, she had a Monte Carlo, she got a bomb. So it was kind of like, I've always, I used to drive her car, her Regal, when I was like 15 years old, on spokes, and she trusted me with it. Unfortunately, something happened, it got stolen, but under my watch. But it's just things happen, but that right there is just when you grow up around it, you seem to like, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to be, that's what I want to have. So I ended up getting I have a 51 bomb, and I got it like about 12 years ago, and that car has been literally the death of me almost. I mean, I've had nothing but, we had good times, and then it went downhill, but it just comes with the territory. So I just barely got the engine rebuilt, the transmission rebuilt, and that all costs a lot of money. But another thing is the people that we're around, it's at our own pace. We're in our own lane. So we do what we can with what we have. Nobody expects nobody to have anything. Nobody, there's no competition. It's not, oh, you need it. Like, it's, we all stay in our own lane, and that's the good thing. So, by me having my car and taking my kids with me, it's just, then the little ones end up seeing it. So it's just, it's, it just trickles down to the next generation and the next generation. And I mean, that's, to me, I think it's an amazing thing, and it's an amazing feeling.
I mean, like they said, I watched all of them have their cars since I was younger. I would see my mom with her bomb, my tia with her bomb, my uncle at one point had a bomb, a bunch of my cousins had cars, all of the club mates that my mom's friends, more like family. I've seen all of their cars. I've gone cruising with Angel several times. I was always her passenger seat right there. That was my go-to. I wanted to be in the 65. So I just loved being out there. And then finally I decided, I was like, I love Cadillacs. So I went and I told my mom, like, I like that Cadillac. I want an 84 Coupe de Ville. Like, that's what I like. That's what the car I want. And then a year and a half ago, I got it. And so just seeing everybody else have their cars, like knowing how much I love their cars and knowing how much I just love being out there and love being with them and enjoying the culture of the whole lowriding community, it was easy to know, like, this is where I want to be. So it's been cool.
That's good. And I think también something that people do not take into consideration or do not think about is like how you are as lowriders, right? As a lowrider car club are also role models within the community, right? When you're like driving down the street, people are turning your heads and being like, "Oh, damn, like that's a nice ride," and kind of continues to bring the culture of like la chicanidad, right? Of like what it means to be a Chicana during these times, or even like back when the lowriders were like just popping and stuff like that. So again, just having that in mind, like and you are again embodying that role. What does that mean to you all to take on the role as leaders in the community within the lowrider club?
Well, I think we're all very honored. Like, I just sometimes I'm still kind of like, wow, like people look up to me. People, the kids down the street from my house like will chase my car sometimes, you know what I mean? Because it's purple, I think, but it's like, and it's nice to know that we're doing something, that other little girls are looking up to, like, not just as women in lowriding, but we're all very strong, independent women who have like, good careers and stuff like that. And to see that we have such a great following and that we mean a lot to these kids. I think it's a real honor. It's a real honor.
Yeah, and it also feels good, like when we do pull up somewhere, just the reaction of also like other women, just people that are out there. Like it seems like the women get so excited when they see like, oh, there's girls in those cars. They see those types of cars, they see lowriders, and I feel kind of sometimes that they assume that there's men behind it. So when you actually pull up and they see all the girls, like you could on plenty of occasions I've seen just their faces like light up, and they're like, oh, giving you the thumbs up. And it's nice that you could see that they get excited when they see that there's women that are behind the wheel, and the cars that are pretty much all women.
Yeah, it makes me think too. I remember working with some students. They're like, "Oh, I can't wait till I get myself a vato so I could ride in the lowrider." But I'm like, "You're all the perfect examples of like you don't need a vato to be in the lowrider. Just get your own.
Yep.
Like you said, as independent homegirls, you're doing your own thing, stuff like that. And so yeah, I really appreciate y'all, taking on the role, and also financially as well to make those dreams come true. Something else I want to just kind of like bring to light real quick, is like the meaning behind Dueñas' name, right? What is the purpose behind the name? What kind of a meaning does it continue to bring onto the car club, onto the community, even like to the founders themselves?
Well, I think, Dueñas is for female owner. And I think that it was, it really brought to light, who we are, what we represent. I think it was perfect for us, female owners. A lot of times some people will say, oh, is that your dad's car? Or is that your boyfriend's car? So on and so forth. So I think, putting on there like, hey, this is my car. This is female owned, not just, in cars, but with our own lives. We're the owners of our lives. Women have come a long way, with equality and all our other rights and stuff. And I think that it's a statement saying, Dueña, like, this is mine, I'm a woman and I own this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What about to you, Alexa, as a more of a new person within the car club? I know you grew up around it, but as a kind of like a new member, what does the Dueñas name mean to you?
Honestly, I have to just agree with everything Angel said. I mean, now because I am a new member, I was able to see a lot more of people's reactions to the club when it first began. I'm able to see now people's perspectives on the club as it continues. And I agree, everyone is very surprised at the fact that some people don't know what Dueñas means, So I get a lot of messages like, well, what does that stand for? And when I tell them what it means, they're like, wow, that's badass. And it's like, I can't help but thank Angel and the rest of the founders for creating a name like that, because it is a statement, and it's a very good statement, because like she said, it encourages other young girls, and it encourages other women just to know like you are able to do it too. Like it's not just the men out here. You don't have to feel like you're not able or equal enough to go ahead and do this. Like you're able to do it as well. So I think it's really dope.
So now it like I know how you said like it puts out a good message for the younger girls out there, right? What are some other messages that you want other younger homitas to like, you know, get from y'all's work, from y'all's car club, from you all just having that again like the leadership role and stay within that lowrider scene?
Well, for myself, this is Angel. I think it's just saying that, no matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like, anything is possible. Not just when it comes to owning a lowrider, but whatever you choose to do in life, your career, your path, whatever situation you're in, you can always excel. You can always change that no matter what. So, and I think that that's, a lot of what we show people and, the younger girls and stuff and just, kids in general, is that, you can do whatever you want to do in life as long as, you put yourself out there, you work hard, you can obtain these things, just like we did earlier when we were saying like, low riding is more male dominated, and there wasn't very many women in low riding, but we've shown that, what, we're here to stay. We made our, we kind of open the doors and stuff for other women and low riding and stuff. And it's just the same thing with life. You know what I mean? You can always change your situation and you can always make it happen if you really put your mind to it.
I agree. I definitely agree with Angel. Especially because sometimes, you know, it's intimidating. Sometimes I would think that because it is even myself, sometimes, it does get a little bit intimidating having the old car and, like I strongly suggest everybody, like, anybody, especially a female to, if you want to, you start somewhere, you don't always got to come out, flossing. You don't always have to, like, if you have the money, then that's fine, but you start somewhere, and it's baby steps, and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to go onto YouTube and do your research and, and ask questions and, don't be afraid to, because you could do it. You can, and sometimes, even as a woman, it's a little difficult because you could ask for help, and I mean, I'll be the first one to say that sometimes a man expects or thinks that you don't know what you're talking about or thinks that they could get over on you. Everybody gets over on somebody at some point in the lowrider game. I don't care really who you are. At one point in time, something's happened where somebody gets burned or whatever, but I think that you should just, for any female out there with the car, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, do your research. That way, it's going to help you, definitely. You don't have to depend, or, I still ask several people, and I've gotten several help from a lot of friends, as far as my car goes, but I also have to do my part. It's not just sitting, prepare yourself, because it's not just sitting in the driver's seat driving, like, no, there's days where the unexpected happens. It's a lowrider, it could be perfectly fine when you leave the house, and then all of a sudden something snaps or something breaks, and you have to be prepared.
I like YouTube University. Woohoo! Help me change my rear end.
Yeah.
Diane, and I really appreciate again, like I said, everything that you all are doing for the community. How you mentioned too, like lowriding as a mujer has come hella far, right? It's still within the past years, right? And now 2021 and going forward, what do y'all envision for mujeres that want to get into lowrider scene? How different would it be in the years to come? And and Dueñas too, like what do y'all foresee for the four club what do y'all foresee for the car club to be growing as within the years?
Well, I think we're going to continue doing, what we're doing, and that's, being out there helping our community. With COVID and everything this past year, we didn't get to do a lot of things that we wanted to do. We had a couple of things on our list, like, help, homeless, be the homeless again, be out there like we've done in the past, but we couldn't do that. Have our first annual barbecue, we weren't able to do that. But I think, as far as Dueñas go, we're going to continue to be out there and show that we're strong women. That we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna continue. We've been in the lowrider game for lowriding for many years. We're gonna continue to do that. We're gonna continue to help our community, and I think that's first and foremost is giving back. because you can be out there, you can be low riding, you can, be doing all these things. People look up to you and everything else, but you also have to remember where you came from. Give back to your communities, because there's other women and other gente out there, that have been where we've been before and less fortunate, who couldn't put food on the table or needed assistance or, anything, and I think that, us being able to, get donations and get money to give back, is amazing. And we're going to continue to do that. And I'm going to tell you right now that women in low riding ain't going nowhere. We're going to grow and we're going to get better, and we're going to show everybody that this is who we are. And like I said, we ain't going nowhere. I did want to share something, not just about women in low riding, but low riding in general. I'm not sure if you had a chance to watch the Super Bowl, but if you did, I don't know if you noticed that there was a commercial from, I think it was Mr. Cartoon. Mr. Cartoon Modelo featured him and featured his artwork and low riding culture. And let's say, about 15, 20 years ago, you would have never seen a commercial like that. Low riding in general, I think people see and respect it now differently. Before, low riding was more of the, oh, you're a gangster, you're in a gang, you're from, the ghetto or something if you had a lowrider. I think that now the perception has really changed. Now they see that these are $100,000 cars. We're putting a lot of money and effort into it. Low riding, we give back. We have toy drives. We have, our cancer raffle. We feed the homeless. There's a lot of car clubs that are out there that give back to the community. And they're starting to see, I think, in general, worldwide, that low riding is really family oriented, and that we've really changed. We've really shown people that we're just normal people out here doing something that we love, the passion and stuff and everything, giving back and everything. And I think that I'm really proud to see how far low riding is coming and come along, and to see that everyone accepts it now. And I think that commercial though was, for me, when I seen it, I was like, wow, like I couldn't believe it. Our culture, like Sarah was saying, this is how we grew up. We didn't just, like the next day say, hey, I want to be in low riding, or, I'm not saying nothing about people who just get cars or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, for us, this is our culture. This is our gente. This is, our sisters, our mom, who've done this, and something that we've grown to love and, be a part of.
Yeah. And then it like, seeing that at the Super Bowl, and then having like the San Jose Earthquakes, what I mean? They had their, when they got to the playoffs, they hit up the club and asked if we wanted to do the little parade. We went out there. It was nice. It was nice. You see, just to like partner up with the San Jose Earthquakes right there. That was amazing. They helped also with the toy drive, and having, the goalie come out and, take pictures, and seeing all the little kids. Like there was kids at the toy drive that were super excited to see the goalie. And it was just, it was nice to be able to partner up with, the San Jose Earthquakes to give back to the community. That was definitely dope. It was nice.
We do a lot as a club. They've done a lot from the beginning till now. They're going to continue to do a lot. They have amazing ideas. Angel creates so many new things that everyone's just like, holy shit, why didn't we think of that before? Like her entire perspective and outlook on this club and what she wants for it has been just like a go-getter mindset. And that's what we love about it. That's what everybody loves about it. And so it's just amazing to see how, although so much has been done already, there's still so much more that we can do and are going to do.
And mind you, it's not always easy, especially being so many in the club. We've gone at each other's throats, but at the end of the day, we've been friends for a very long time. So we know eventually we'll get over it. And, everybody has so many strong personalities, that, things happen and but it's so many opinions and voices. But at the end of the day, we all, our goal is one thing, and that's all to, to just be out there, have our cars, cruise our cars together. And that's what we look forward to. So.
Yeah. I mean, and we've even worked on our cars together. We've been under Sarah's bomb before, trying to figure things out and stuff. And, so we do more than just give back to the communities and lowride it. We work on our cars, and I have to say though, I did kind of take this idea, not thinking that it was going to take off the way it did. And I think without the help of my friends, though, Sarah, my sister, Mari, I don't think, it would be where it's at today. And, I'm happy to have, Alexa, she's new to the club, our friend Alex, Angela, we have some new members, my cousin Christina, and it wouldn't be what it is today without them, So I'm blessed to be, to have this friendship and to be amongst so many talented and confident and, strong, powerful women that we have in our club today. So, I'm grateful for that.
And there you have, mi gente, another great episode from my corazón onto yours. You know what I mean? A quick announcement for y'all to know is that coming April 1st, we're going to be launching our first poetry magazine or ebook, whatever you all want to consider or call it. But again, we're highlighting a lot of communities that just want to share a little bit about their voice, right? A lot of poetas that are coming from different barrios, coming from different communities, right? They're just sharing a little bit about their own historias, right? Again, this platform, Varios Voices, is not just a podcast. We're trying to highlight our communities in different mediums, right? And so again, this poetry contest that we have going on is gonna be one way, right? So if you tune into it from April 1st all the way until April, I think 16th, 15th or something like that for throughout the days, right, we're gonna be sharing another post, right? Again, the poem with the most likes is gonna definitely get a notebook. It's done by Varios Voices, right? So again, we have a little prize right there for the contest winner, pero también we have the ebook, right? So if you go on the website, on variosvoices.com, right there on one of the tabs, we're gonna be promoting the ebook, the magazine, whatever you wanna call it. And just go ahead and check it out and give it a read. I'm gonna have my own submissions in there, pero también a lot of submissions from a lot of individuals from different countries. I mean, a lot of individuals from different states, right, that are doing different things, right? Holding down the ground out there, doing different things. You know what I mean? So again, much love to all the people that submitted. To all the poetas out there. Again, you all have a story. También make sure that you all recognize the significance within them. And again, remind others too that to tune into this episode, because again, we're highlighting a lot of good individuals that are doing great things within the community that they deserve to also be recognized as well. You know what I mean? But enough said, I just want to say muchas gracias. Y'all been in tune to Varios Voices, where we highlight the voices of our barrios, familias, and communities. This is Velas, and to you all, much love. Cuídense. Alright.